This is the M-Balm effect.
Yo, what's happening? It's July 6th, 2019, Saturday night. What's going on? I'm M-Balm. Zookeeper's here. Uber Mike's here.
Uber Mike.
Yeah, so we're all here. We're talking to you. You can talk to us also. Give us a text or a call, 855-M-Balm-19. That's 855-622-5619.
Send us a shout out.
Yeah, we got our 3 mics here. If anyone hears reverb during the show, please give us a shout out because we've tested them. They don't come back with reverb, so there should be no echoing. We have all our mics up and running, so
Should be all good.
what's going on, boys? How's everything going for you guys?
Well, it's been a pretty good week. We had a good week in Soda's Point, I'd say.
We all were down there. We did a little,
Soda's
celebrating for the 3rd of July. Now, as all of you know, down in the Soda's Point, we do 4th of July on the 3rd.
Right.
To kind of negate some conflict with the other towns that do 4th of July on the 4th, and some do it on the 5th, and even the 6th. So.
Yeah, so we were down in Soda's Point on July 3rd. My fiance Kat and I were going down there. It was a little later. We kind of missed the fireworks, but on our way there, we had a little bit of a problem getting into the area we're supposed to get into to go to zoos. And so in that moment in time, we were driving around like a bunch of idiots, and
It was pretty
come
rough.
to find out, the cops weren't letting anybody in.
So,
Everybody was going out.
Actually,
Here's the deal.
it's funny you say that because this morning we had the same issue. They actually closed the street off again and we were
Yes,
blocked out.
We were going to
Really?
do some fishing this morning. We got rained out by the weather. Where Mike didn't make it out along with another buddy.
Mike?
I made it out a little bit. Me and my girlfriend went out, did some fishing, got a few bites, but
Yeah.
nothing came to fruition because we got rained out by a second
Yep, so it
rain.
was funny. We were going to set up the boats, everything's getting set up, we're getting gear in, we're getting all the water out. And I kept looking at the clouds and I had this suspicion. I was like, well, it looks like we're gonna get, like there's a storm coming. So out of nowhere I pull out my phone and I'm looking at the radar and I'm like, guys, if we go out, we're getting rained on. And little do you know, as soon as I pull that up, it starts to come down.
It
Yeah.
started pouring. so
Me
we
and
had
Cody
to
went out there and tried to cover up the
try
boat.
to cover up everything.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it came right down on us.
Yeah, that rain was
yeah,
relentless,
We
huh?
watched this. We weren't able to go out because we got back here. It rained all day.
Yeah. Well, we got lucky, I mean, we've had some nice weather. We've had some 90-degree weather, too, which is, pretty
Beautiful weather.
pretty hot.
Can't beat it.
But, yeah, I'd rather the heat than the cold for sure.
Definitely, I like the heat.
So, yeah.
I don't mind
mean,
the cold though. I love snowmobiling and I love skiing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the snowmobiling is where it's at.
I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to join these
Oh,
guys on
yeah.
it. So,
That's fun.
We'll have to get you up there this year.
yeah, we'll be up there,
Have
man.
to
We'll
get
be
up there. We'll be showing you some
For all of you
exclusive
that-
videos of our snowmobiling
Oh,
this
yes,
winter.
That could get crazy.
Exclusive.
Yeah, we'll be
TME
doing videos up there.
exclusive.
Those will be exclusive.
Exclusive video content.
Exclusive. Yeah, speaking of exclusive video
So,
content and all that,
VC.
hold on one second. I want to tell everybody that's viewing and watching, if you're watching us live or a replay, subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. Also follow us on all our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And also, if you want to listen to us on podcast form, you can do that as well on our some of our podcast service provider accounts. We're on Spotify. We are on Spreaker. We are also on Castbox. And now we are on iHeartRadio. So you can do all that and much more if you look us up. The M-Balm effect. We're out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I know you can't really see it right now. It's behind Zoo. But we just got some stickers
it
in.
actually fell.
Oh, it fell down. That's awesome. I didn't even see it. But let's show people. We're starting to get some stickers for everybody.
some
We're starting to get some
stickers
merchandise.
Ooh, Mike, why don't you
These
show
are gonna be,
our merchandise
you know.
here. We're going to be having those available, so
Available. You
No,
might even
pass
see them in
them out.
different
you
places.
might see them. You might even get one.
Yeah.
Give us a shout out. Maybe we'll get you one sent.
Yeah, so speaking of which, I was going to talk about this a little later in the show, but let's talk about it now. Next month, August 16th, 2019, we're going to be having, we're not going to be, we're actually going to be there. There's going to be an event held at the Main Street Armory. Labyrinth Agency is producing a show, and it's going to headline, got Guys like Levitate and stuff like that. It's going to be a pretty sick show. I'm really excited. We talked to the guys, Dan and all that, outside when we were leaving.
Yeah.
So-
I remember that one.
Yeah.
No, it was a good experience, to get to
Yeah,
meet
they were
a
pretty-
couple of those
pretty cool
guys.
people to
It
talk
sounded
to.
like
Yeah.
very good people to.
And they
Sounded like they
messaged
knew
us
what they were
too, so
talking
you know
about,
what?
too.
sounds
Dan,
like it's
if you're
legit.
watching, we're down to have you on the show. Call
We'd
us.
love to have you on, buddy.
Yeah,
Give
we'd
us a
like to talk
call,
about the
shout
event,
out.
actually. We're really excited about the event. But yeah, August 16th, check it out. Labyrinth Agency. Check out their Facebook page. They have an event going on. You'll see it. We'll actually have it on our outro and stuff like that, too. We have the ad for all that stuff and much more. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
Oh,
Cool
yeah.
stuff.
M-Balm,
Yo.
I have to say, so last week
Yeah.
during our show, there was an email that you wanted to save for
All
this
right.
week.
Yes, there was an
And
email
I definitely
last
wanted to get to that.
Actually, that's probably the only email I'm going to get to. I don't even know. Well, we did get that scam email, too.
Oh, the scam.
Speaking of which, yeah.
So I
you know
did
how
send that
Instagram
over
is.
to somebody.
Did you? How'd that go, man?
So it's funny. So I play a lot of online games, and with the group I was playing with, there was a guy that spoke out, and he was telling us about his career and stuff in Singapore, and he's a police
Okay.
sergeant.
Yeah.
And on top of that conversation, he also told me how in Singapore there has been, and they're dealing with a lot of online scams.
Yeah.
When he told me that their police force is dealing with a lot of, he said the crime rate is low, but as far as the online scams, it's high.
Yeah.
So I sent him all the screenshots, and he's going to forward it to the investigations department.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's just odd,
They're
man.
just gonna take a look and see if it is something that is actually not.
Yeah, it's
legit.
bizarre, man. I looked and I'm like, oh, what's this? You get $10 back on sales, and this is just crazy email we received on our email.
It
From
was
Singapore.
a scam. They were
Yeah.
trying to get us to give them our bank account so we could
Yeah.
get some and they would run off. With
And
it.
you
Stay
know how it
vigilant,
goes.
everybody. A lot of scammers out there now.
Scammers, if you're watching, screw you. Screw you, man.
Yeah, we have a lot of there's a lot of different
woman.
ones. You got
I
the
don't know.
ones in
Let's,
Uganda
let's
and
get
all
to
that other
email.
stuff. You got
I'm
all those
very,
guys that are coming from Romania hacking into people's stuff. I mean, it's not
Oh,
a surprise.
God. Now we got Romanian hackers.
We got Russian
Singaporeans,
hackers,
Yeah,
Come
you
on,
got
man.
the African hackers, you got the Chinese hackers, you got them all.
You got
They're all
all
hacking.
You even
it.
got your
different
American
hackers.
hackers.
So-
Well,
oh yeah, of
obviously.
course. All
Domestic.
the college kids, man. All right.
Domestic for
So
us.
let's get to this email. No, this is a drive here. We want to go to the email.
This is an interesting email.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic, and I think it's very important to talk about stuff like this because, I mean, it's a big thing. So let's talk about this. Here's the email from Electric Man. Says, you guys need to spruce up this show, talk about some crazy stories. Here's a story. Have you ever had a physical altercation with a woman? If so, did you fight back? Is it wrong to hit a woman when she is hitting you? All right, before I go on, Uber Mike, what's your thoughts? Here's a scenario for you. Woman comes up to you, something happens, altercation, whatever. You exchange a few words. Maybe she's drunk, maybe you're not, or maybe you're both drunk. She starts wailing you in the face, punching you full fists, no give. What do you do?
I'll be honest with you. I mean, towards a woman, the first thing I would try to do is restraint. Get her arms restrained, and I wouldn't want to try to hit her. But the very most first thing I would try to do is restrain her.
Okay.
Of course, too, we've all seen it. When those methods fail, you have to take it in your own hands because you have a right to defend yourself from any bodily harm.
That's correct.
If somebody out there is, even a woman, if she is threatening to hurt you and she's drunk and she is legit, if you cannot restrain her for whatever reason and she is hurting you,
Okay.
causing blood and marks and stuff, only thing I can say is you have a right to defend yourself.
Right.
You can't just sit. Nobody's gonna sit there and say, yeah, just take that beating from that woman.
I'd like to actually talk about that. New York State technically.
No, we
kind
can
of
get in there,
requires you to
but-
do that.
Well,
You know,
I'm gonna tell my side of the story
Taking
after you guys.
nobody should take a beating from anybody.
No, nobody should be required to. And my stance on it is, I would never really hit a woman.
Exactly.
Obviously, if some woman is intoxicated or going to do that, I'm going to try. Maybe I would try and block, but I would try and just get out of the situation. And I don't know.
All right.
Getting out of the situation probably the best.
Kind of get
best
out of the
point.
situation, kind of
Okay.
go over to my own little
Yeah.
area with my group or whoever I was there with, or go find another place. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth getting the cops called over.
Listen, give us a
Fuck
text,
crap.
give us a call if you're watching now live, 855-M-Balm-19. That's 855-622-5619. Yeah, guys, I agree with
It's
you.
a tough situation.
It's a very tough
you know.
situation.
Now, M-Balm, what's your effect on that?
Well, the effect is I actually went through this myself
Oh, yes.
4 years ago.
Okay. So let's hear about that.
So Uber Mike was talking about restraining. Okay. Well, here's my story. So one night, I'm with a group of people. This one girl was getting loud in the car. We got back to my apartment or whatever, and yeah, so she goes inside, and things happen. She starts throwing things and whatever, and so I go up in the apartment because there's it's like a bottom of a house or whatever. I walk up there, and she storms out, pushes past me. I get back out there, and I'm like, "What's your deal? Why are you trying to trash my place? Next thing I know, I'm getting fists right in my face, left and right. So like Uber Mike says, you start restraining her. Okay, so because we're brought up, right? We don't hit women and all that stuff. I've been in fights before with dudes, and first thing you do is you hit back, no questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a dude, yeah.
But a woman's different, okay? And at this time, I was planning on becoming a cop and all that stuff, so that was in the back of my head too. I'm like thinking to myself, all right, if I get arrested for hitting her back, guess what? That's all out the window.
Yep.
So, let's see. Yeah, so I'm trying to restrain her and all that, and she's drunk. She's just wailing around. Still,
Yep.
It got
Doesn't
to
know
a
what she's doing.
right. So it got to a point, okay, where there was a laceration on my face, and I felt it,
boy.
and then I kind of just got into that mode where I knew I had to do something. So I took my fist and I punched her in the back of the head, and she stopped. And my buddy who was there, he, that was his girlfriend, and he knew she was out of line and stuff like that, so he's kind of separated, so whatever. First thing I did was call the cops. I did, because you know what? If I didn't, I think it would be, he said, she said at that point. I called the cops. There was a little bit of a freak out on that party's end. And cops came, told them the story. I said, look, I did hit her. I hit her once to get her off. She didn't stop, so I had to do it. It was a mess.
What did the cops say
What was
after
the
you told
outcome
them
of
that?
that?
The outcome, really nothing. All I heard was that he was explaining how punching, kicking, spitting, all that stuff here in New York State is just a third-degree harassment charge. It's not assault here in New York State. So, they couldn't charge her with assault. So, it basically didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like,
Did they get you in trouble for doing
No.
anything is my question. Okay.
No. What are they going to do?
I did read something. It's funny that I did read something about hitting somebody as a harassment charge. Like, it isn't even an assault.
It's not an assault here in New York State. That's what I was told by the cops. So if anyone has any information on that that's different than that and has proof of it, please send it into our email, the thembalmeffect@gmail.com. Do it that way. Show us if there's something. Maybe the cop told me something wrong. I don't know. But yeah, it was just a mess, man. It's sad, and yeah. But I ended up talking to this girl after, maybe a year or so after. She's like, "Oh, I thought you were coming at me." It's like, why would I hit you? I'm not gonna hit no, that's not how I am. So, beside the point, yeah, it's been years, and we don't talk anyway, so don't matter. But the topic of this is definitely important, especially when you're at a bar. People get a little drunk. There's a bunch of guys in the bar.
I think
Well, I think at a bar, you
situational
just get yourself out of the
awareness is thing.
situation. You see something bad, like,
Well, hold on. Let me explain. The situational awareness, being aware of the situation, aware of your surroundings at all
Right.
times. They teach
But
you
this
that in
happened at my
military.
place. It wasn't even at a bar.
I mean, yeah,
So
it's
this
your
could
own
happen
house,
anywhere.
You're not expecting it, and it's obviously people you know and you're friends, maybe not friends with, but you know those people well enough that you are
Right,
letting
right.
them into your home.
Right.
So you don't expect that you're going to end up to get in a fight with them.
Exactly.
But, you never know the outcome. But, like, Uber Mike was saying,
Yeah, I mean it's a situation people need to talk about. It's an interesting one. There will be some people that tell you no, you shouldn't hit back, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're at a bar, girl hits you, you hit her back. Odds are those 5 guys that are playing pool are gonna come over there and ram that pool cue or that pool stick up your ass,
yep.
just so they can bang the woman that they're trying to look like a hero for. I'm telling you right now, that's what's gonna happen.
Well, those guys out there, freaking animals at the bar. I tell you that.
Yeah, they're not there
Are
to
animals.
they're there to
Literally.
look to have a good time.
Animals.
Okay, they're not there to screw around. They're there to screw. And
Yep.
if that's an opportunity for them to get into a woman's pants, they're gonna do it. So odds are you probably should just book it. But yeah, this is a different situation. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's one of those things that you just got to think about because these situations can arise at any time. Oh, okay. Whistling on the show here, boys.
Sorry.
Call Catton over there? Or cat calling? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
No,
calling my
no,
cats
no,
from
no,
my
no.
room. I'm calling the kitten over and everybody.
okay, buddy.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, wait. Well, Cat.
Yeah.
Are we calling to Cat or are we calling to Uber Mike's cats? That
Uber
is
Mike.
A good question.
Well, Uber Mike, yeah, like you said, you know, restraining can only do so much, man. I've been there. A drunk girl, you know, I don't care how big or small this girl could be, man, or this woman could be.
Intoxicated
Now, hold
people
on.
can do magical things.
Uber Mike, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Now, if this girl is like a 5'5" little blonde drunk thing, are you gonna hit her?
Like I said, if I'm at a bar, I'm just going to try to avoid the situation. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to walk to the other side. I'm going to do something.
All right, now here's my next question. If she is a 6'8", very large and very athletic woman, and she starts wailing
I
on
think she's
you-
going to kick my
She's
ass.
gonna
at
take
that
Mike
point.
by his head and
Hold
throw
on.
him-
Wait. 6'7".
I don't know.
You need to
6'7",
visualize
6'8",
what a
maybe.
6'7" person
She's
is.
a
That-
very
She needs to be on the
big,
goddamn
beefy
NBA
woman.
fucking team,
She
all right?
probably is on the NBA fucking
She needs to
team,
be in the
like you said.
NBA.
No,
she needs to be on one of those
dude,
teams.
Dude, no,
Listen, man.
We're talking women's national
6'7"?
weight.
Like,
Dude, women's
the Olympics.
heavyweight
Okay, think about this.
lifting.
Think about this.
Olympics.
Hold on a second. You know China from WWF, right?
Black
God rest
China?
her soul.
The
The really muscular chick that used to be
Oh.
on back in the day.
I believe
She comes up to you and starts choking you or punching you.
I'm
in the
not even
face.
going to try.
She's gonna probably lift you up with one hand
just Uber
and
Mike's
toss
gonna
you
let it
through the
happen.
freaking window of the bar.
Yeah, she probably
That's what's
could.
gonna end up
Oh,
happening.
crap.
It's gonna be a mess. Uber Mike's gonna be on the news. Local man beat up by a huge muscular woman.
Yep.
Local podcast star.
You're damn right.
Yeah, Uber Mike over here is gonna be wrestling in the bar over there with a woman that looks like China. That's a good
She's,
time,
at that
man.
point, she can kick my ass.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
that might not be the best.
I'm telling you, these scenarios need to be talked about. You know, you just never know.
I mean, and then you go back to the nights like the greatest man ever alive. You never know when
yeah,
one of
you know,
those
let's
nights are
talk
gonna
about
happen
the
either.
greatest man that ever lived.
Oh, God,
Real
here we
quick.
go again.
Now, I remember we had Charlie on the phone. As you know him as Charlie Manson. He talked about him real quick. He was actually getting in trouble at the Webster Carnival maybe a year or two ago, I think he said, and that he was getting in trouble with the police or whatever. Maybe we need to take a trip over to the Webster Fireman's Carnival this year and try to seek out the greatest man.
Find the greatest man alive. Try and see him there.
Yeah.
Or we can go back to Champs and see if he
Champs, you mean,
comes back
Coach?
there again.
Yeah.
You mean
Oh,
Coach?
Coach. Why do I keep saying Coach?
I don't know, man. What are you talking about, Champs? Where's Champs?
I don't know.
Is that an actual bar?
No, I don't think
so. I
think
Isn't
that's
that
like a shoe
that's a
line.
restaurant.
I don't know,
No,
man.
It's a shoe line.
No, Champs.
Now, I know we're probably
Champs
gonna-
Bar and Grill. I think
We're
that's a
probably
restaurant.
getting out of our segment here, but you know, we're in talks. Okay, so maybe some of you know me, maybe some of you don't, but some of you know me, know that I'm into the paranormal field. You know, I like to investigate paranormal stuff. These guys actually want to go on an
We are
investigation.
kind of interested in seeing,
I'm very interested.
seeing what our co-host M-Balm here has to show us and offer us about the paranormal activity going around in the
Yeah.
Rochester area. You know, we're really interested in seeing what it has to offer.
Let's talk about this next week.
I'm
Actually,
skeptical though. I don't know if
that's what I like. I like it because I'm half and half
on
on
the
it. Man.
fence about ghosts.
But the thing is, though, is I've experienced things, and we'll talk more about that next week.
It's
But
a
I just
gray
wanted to put that
area.
out there. There will be an investigation again, and these two are interested. So we might have a special episode that's pre-taped where
TME
we're
Ghost
doing some
Hunters
stuff.
Edition.
That's right. The
It'll be
TME crew
available
goes
for
on
purchase
to
on
a
iTunes.
paranormal investigation.
$10.99.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Been to Rolling Hills and stuff like that a few times.
Ooh, Rolling Hills.
Yeah,
Asylum.
Rolling Hills Asylum. Pretty cool place.
Scary.
Um,
Probably some bad stuff happened there too.
There's been a lot of stuff that's happened there. I'll tell you what, it's not pleasant over there. There's thousands upon thousands of people that I guess died there over the years. So, I mean, there's a lot of activity over there. I'm interested to go to this other place that we're talking about. I'm not going to say what it is just yet. We'll get to that when it's
You'll have
officially
to wait and
announced.
see for that, folks.
Right. So, yep, with that being said, we're going to go on break real quick, and then we'll wrap everything up when we come back, all right?
All right, we'll
Be
see you in a
right
few.
back,
See you in a
all
few,
right.
folks.
Yeah, so with Little Mermaid coming back out, everyone's up in arms about that. But the thing is, though, is with all that going on, everyone's up in arms about films and all that. It's fictional stuff, okay?
How are you gonna be mad that they casted a black mermaid? Like,
I look at it this
gonna
way.
Be racist over that.
Oh, this racist bullshit is just stupid.
I'll tell you what, I'll look at it this way. There's more
Racist.
important things that's going on with actual ocean water, like Fukushima radiation spilling in there, but
How about all
we're
the
more worried about a
plastic
stupid
that ends up
cartoon
in
and
our
a real
fish
action
that
life
we-
movie
What
and
about
stuff
the
like that.
ecologically dead river that's in fucking India?
No, screw the Indian River. I want to talk about the oceans that affect our whole country, the Pacific and the Atlantic. The amount of microplastics being found in fish is extremely alarming because we ingest those microplastics, and God knows what that will only do to our bodies. Like, they can spread, that they can burrow through your body.
Right.
Those
Well,
microplastics and build up in deposits.
There's a lot of things that we need to worry about other than this craziness that's going on
That's
in the
definitely a
news.
topic for another episode.
Yeah, no, I know. So with that being said, yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and we just worry about the dumbest things, I think, and it's just crazy how we worry about the most inconsiderate, or just minuscule stuff, just stupid stuff. So, yep, the show's going on next week. We're gonna be talking more about August 16th, I'm sure. There's a challenge that we made during the break. Who
The
here
hot
can?
sauce.
I have this hot sauce that I've had for about 6-7 years, and it's hot. I'm not talking about red hot. I'm talking about hot. This stuff is no joke, and I think we need to do a challenge on who can last the longest without drinking water. And the first one to drink water loses.
Yes.
The last one to drink water wins. But we're gonna find out what the prize is gonna be, boys. We need to figure that out, right?
We'll discuss that this week.
We will discuss it.
The losers have to go in halves to buy the winner a drink.
I like that. That's a
The
good
two
one.
losers have
We'll start
to buy
small.
the winner a drink.
Yeah, we'll start small with this challenge. We'll do it that way. Jeez. All right. So, next week we'll be live again. Tell everyone about us, the M-Balm Effect. Please
Like us,
email
follow us, subscribe to us, send your emails, send us your thoughts, send us your
Definitely
comments.
subscribe, folks. And for everyone who subscribs and sends a message like, hey, I subscribed, I will give you a personal shout out.
Yeah, Zookeeper
Shout
over here's
out
a
from
shout out, man.
Zookeeper shout out frenzy here every week.
Listen, the more people we get following and watching, the more we're going to do. And I'm telling you right now, it's only going to get better.
For the 100th subscriber, I will name an animal after you.
Oh.
I will personally name
Yeah,
one of my
because
Zoo is
Cody
going to
has
get an
naming,
animal
animal
named
naming
after a
rights. He is
viewer.
the tamer here.
Yeah, the tamer, the zookeeper over here. He does a lot of stuff with animals. He does.
I have a passion for animals.
He does. He's got a passion for all kinds of animals.
All kinds. Big
So-
and small.
Yes, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please follow us on all our social media. Tell your friends about us. We're going to be at the show on August 16th. Probably handing out some stuff. We're going to hang out with everybody.
Flyers, maybe some cool gear. You might get some free swag stuff
Yeah.
we all get.
So,
Swag.
shout out to Labyrinth Agency. You guys are awesome.
Yes,
It was a
Labyrinth,
pleasure to
thank you.
talk to you guys at the end of the last show. So, we're looking forward to your show, and we're looking forward to talking to you again some more. With everybody else, have a great weekend. Have a great week. Stay safe. Don't drive dumb. Like I've seen, I'm on the road all the time, and these people are always driving like crazy. It's like,
safe.
what are you in the
Driving
what are
through
you in a
Wayne
hurry for?
County, dude, people piss me off.
I know. What are you gonna do? Yes.
But
drive safe.
anyway,
we'll catch you
stay
next time.
safe. We'll catch you next week.
This is the M-Balm Effect. Bye.
Stay tuned next week, folks.
See ya.